I want to have a conversation about integrity and character because so many times we see people get put in these situations where they promote or they present this image that they want the world to see. And I look, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I was a follower of Kevin Samuels. I supremely and devoutly believe in the power of image and that you have to control how people perceive you, right? I don't have a problem with that. My issue is that there are a lot of people that are presenting an image that is not them. And that is what I want to talk about because we see so many people that always want to judge people and judge their character and always have an opinion on other people. But then when you look in their closet, they're always getting exposed about something. And they're always put in these compromising positions where they have to apologize for behavior that they honestly shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. Now, why am I talking about this? Because in case you haven't heard, Steven Crowder, a very popular conservative YouTube creator, recently had a video exposed about him and what he's dealing with in his divorce. And what happened was somebody leaked a ring cam footage, and that footage was of him and his wife getting into a domestic dispute. And everybody is up in arms because she was pregnant, and justifiably so, because his behavior in the video was not, it was a bad look. And I said it before and I'll say it again. It was a bad look, and there is no part of that video that made him come out looking like a good person or a good man for that matter. But it's deeper than just that. Because he's not the only one. We see it all the time whenever these couples that present themselves to be all holier than thou, or these people that are presenting themselves to have it all figured out and have it all put together, but then you come out and you see that it's just fake. It's fake. It's not real. I don't know how else to put it. It's not real. And the reason I want to talk about this is because is that image what you would want to represent you? Everybody always wants to talk about character and having morals. But guess what? Your character is defined by what you do when nobody else is around. That is who you are. If you're an honest person in front of everybody else, but a dishonest person behind the scenes, you're not honest. That's not real. You're faking. If you when you have all these men, you look at it. Derek Jackson, he's sitting over here. He's a relationship coach, relationship coach. He's sitting there coaching women, teaching women on how to be better and doing all this stuff. And meanwhile, he's dogging out his wife, cheating on her. Steve Harvey think like a man, always giving these relationships advice. But guess what? If you really want to be honest, Steve Harvey is an actor and a comedian. He is not a relationship expert. He's not an expert at this. Look at his life. Married 3 times. I don't have an issue with you being married 3 times. I don't have much of an issue with you being married 3 times. Okay? And let me not say that. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But married 3 times. Married 3 times. The third one he's married to or has a baby daddy that's a pookie. So not only did he married a woman that likes pookies, he adopts that stepdaughter and encourages her to be a thot. This is what we're talking about. These people sit up here and they're pretending like their life is just all so perfect because of the brand. And that's what I get it. But I'm saying you as a consumer, You need to be aware of this and understand that what you see is not always the case. What you see is not always the case. And with a situation like Steven Crowder, they would never be able to say he emotionally abused his wife the way they're saying if they didn't have that footage to back up what they're saying. Would I want my daughter to be talked to by somebody like that? No, absolutely not. And that's why I want to have the conversation. Because just because somebody is rich, just because somebody is doing well in life, just because they have the image and they're living the quote unquote dream, does not mean that they have good character. It does not mean that they stand on principle. It does not mean that they have good morals. What is integrity? What is integrity? Let's see. Integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness, the state of being whole and undivided. Okay. You can't be an honest person if you are faking and pretending to be something. We see it all the time with all these celebrities. They're faking. They're pretending to be so happy, and people are eating it up. What's the point? What are you doing when somebody isn't looking? That's why I have a problem with people like 6ix9ine and people that even support what he did and think it's okay. Because just because somebody does you dirty doesn't give you the right to do dirty and be looked at like some kind of hero. I'm not a street dude, but if you gonna play street games, then just because somebody snitch on you doesn't mean that you can snitch on them. It means you deal with them. We see it so much, so much. These people that act like they got it all together. They act like everything's all perfect. I'm never gonna act like that. I do not have it all together. Let's just be honest. I don't come to you guys with under the notion that I have it all together. No, I'm a guy who sits there and observes society, and I give my opinions on it. I give my takes on it based off of what we've seen that doesn't work. What we've seen that might work. It's called critical analysis. I analyze society, but I'm never gonna sit up here and pretend like I got it all together. I don't. But let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. These people are faking. And that's why I say that you cannot idolize these people. I don't follow people. I made a video about this before. I don't follow people. I follow ideas. The person will let you down. The idea can survive. The idea can survive. The Nation of Islam has survived. The Nation of Islam has survived the dirt that Elijah Muhammad was doing. Christianity has survived the dirt that Christians do. Ideas. You cannot sit up and follow people because they're flawed and they're not. They're always going to make mistakes. But what I don't have a tolerance for is people that pretend like they got it all together. I don't have tolerance for the woman that says she's against deleting babies, but then she gets them behind the scenes. I'm not for the dude who says, I want to help black people, but then he's going out and deleting black people. You can't do it. You cannot be a Umar Johnson and sit up and talk about how you hate to see black men getting with white women, how you hate to see brothers getting in with the white woman, but then we catch you with a snow bunny. No, absolutely not. You cannot do that. You can't call yourself an honest person when you steal in public. In private. I don't get it, man. And then it seems like y'all always want to hate on the people that got all the flaw. Like you want to hate on the people that actually you don't have no dirt on. Every week it's another content creator with Anton Daniels' name in their mouth. Every week. But what dirt do you have on him? What dirt? I want to know. Kevin Samuels. You always got his name in your mouth. Always. Y'all love to talk bad on Kevin Samuels. But what has he ever, what scandal do you have proof that he ever did? You know why? Because he taught this principle himself. If you move with integrity, if you have dick discipline, if you take care of business, Anton talks about these things. If you move certain ways, people can never destroy, they can never destroy you like that. They can never use something that you don't give them to work with. If you don't cheat with women, if you don't hook up with women outside of your marriage, nobody can say that you're hooking up with women outside your marriage. They can say it, but if there's no merit and no proof, and your spouse believes that, that's a them problem, not a you problem. I don't understand why it is that people think that 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 people think that these people that you celebrate and you idolize, that they're worth idolizing. They're not even good people. All these pro-black people. How many of these pro-black people are married to black women and not just smashing them and using their platforms in order to get in their draws? Holy Pookie, Jesus, woke Pookies. That's what they are, woke Pookies. Sit there, let me kick some knowledge to you. And then be talking about the same stuff that they pulled up from the ghettotimes.com. And they sitting there talking about the same stuff. And they using that, the black plight, black, oppression, racism. And they using that to bang these women. Pastors using God and Christianity to bang these women. It's not right, man. These people are sitting up here, they're faking. And it's your job to be able to use discernment to be able to tell that when it's your job to be able to use discernment to figure out who's real and who isn't. And you might get it wrong sometimes, but that's why I say I've gotten it wrong. That's why I don't follow people. I follow ideals. I follow what you say. But these people, they are faking. They are absolutely faking. If you want to be a person of true character and integrity, that starts with what you do in your home. If your home is jacked up, you can't sit up and preach to people trying to save the world. If your heart, your inside is messed up, you can't preach to people trying to save the world. It don't make sense. You cannot sit up and act like you're the savior and that your word is bond and that you taking the moral high ground when you a piece of shit at home. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. And I'm saying this very lightly because let's just be honest. Sometimes it's bigger than the person. The message sometimes is bigger than the person. And I don't agree with all that tone policing and all that kind of stuff. Steven Crowder in particular, I said I like Steven Crowder. But let's just be real. The Steven Crowder that we see in that video, is that the Steven Crowder that Steven Crowder wants you to see? Some of these people are really evil behind the camera. And I'm not even saying that he's particularly evil, but I'm saying that some people that they put on the fakest persona. You sit up there, you think that they're the nicest of people. Some of them are. Some of them are. But a lot of these people that's so-called nice, whether in real life, whether on YouTube, whether on the internet, they not nice people. You get to know them and they not nice people. They don't mean well for other people. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Who are you behind closed doors? Who are you behind closed doors? Because you can't sit up and tell me that people are supposed to respect a fraud, because that's what it is. When you sit up and act like you living in this happy home and your wife don't respect you, you can't get along, y'all can't get along, y'all living miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're not trying to do better? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Guess what? If you don't put yourself in certain situations, people cannot bring it up and use it against you. They can't use it against you. Guess what? If you don't lend your car out to random people, you can never get tied into whatever they might do while they're in your car. And when I say random, I don't mean just random. I mean anybody that ain't you and ain't your immediate family is random. Anytime you sit up and you think that other people's actions can reflect bad on you or reflect negatively on you, I'm sorry, but you're not living in reality. You're not living in reality. If you not meeting women, going up to women's hotel rooms, going privately and meeting with women in sketchy scenarios or sketchy environments, then guess what? You won't get tempted to cheat. If you don't put yourself in environments where there are a lot of single people and single women looking for men, and you don't want to be tempted, you're not. Why would you put yourself in that situation? If you're a woman and you know that you're married, but you're going out to places where you're trying to get a lot of male attention, you're inviting these types of energies. You people are inviting these types of energies to yourself. You're literally inviting these circumstances. If you don't hook up with other women, you won't have a cheating scandal. If you don't shit, if you don't eat where you shit, then you won't have lawsuits. For the people that like to hook up with their coworkers, it just is what it is. And I'm not even saying I'm necessarily against it, but I'm just saying you need to be wary of what you're getting into. Who are you when the lights when everybody else is gone? Who are you? Who are you? Because a lot of these people are faking, and y'all don't want to be. You really don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. So I implore you, please, please Work on being the best version of yourself and work on being that version of you when nobody else is around. When nobody else is around. Because that's the real you. And that's what matters. Be men that you would want your daughters to marry. Women. Be men, be women that you will be, that your fathers will be proud of. That's just my opinion. You know, I'm tired of all the fake, man. I'm tired of it. I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered. I'm signing out.